folks. It was bound to happen. Somebody was going to make a video of the performance of the GT-Line 2022 all-wheel drive versus a deer. And I get to be the lucky one to do that. I was unfortunate enough over the holiday to have a little collision with a deer. And I've got about 2,000 miles on this vehicle. So yes, it hurts. But we'll go through this journey together. The hit was actually, I'm gonna say pseudo light, but you'll see the damages are interesting. What you're looking at is the hood right here. This is a small little crease, if we look at it closely, in the hood. But because it's an aluminum hood, they're gonna go ahead and have to replace it because they don't repair anything on the edge of the hood like this. Shocking to me that that's the case because, man, I would, okay, they know it better than I do. And the damages that you see right here, and I'll just kind of give you a little close-up view of the damages themselves. It really took the corner of the vehicle. The deer just literally hit right on that corner of the vehicle right there. Barely hitting, as you can see, it didn't even get to the center of that bumper right there. Took out the headlight and all the components that were back there. The vehicle still drives, although I wouldn't recommend driving a vehicle like in this condition on a regular basis. But the only thing that is kind of a bad news this time of year, no heat. So whatever was over here either got disconnected or got destroyed. No heat. Also, what I've done is I've taken some of the components and wrapped them up. So what you're seeing is some of the tape here is just to hold it in place so it doesn't rattle and everything else as I drive it to get its estimate or to the shop for its final repair. So let's take a closer look at the damages. Now, as we look at the damages here, I'm going to point out a few key damaged areas. Headlight, as you're looking at it right now, that headlight in itself is about $1,200. And what you can see right here, there's no real damage to core support. And I've put some of the wiring. What I've done is I've wrapped them up so they don't get any exposure to water or anything else like this. Whatever was in this corner has, as you can see, has been destroyed from a plastic perspective. Your fender will start back here. So from a structure perspective, it did not go into the fender. The electrical tape that you're seeing is just pieces taped on so they don't flap in the wind or anything like that. That piece clearly will need to be replaced. Your radiator core support that attaches to the headlight in that area will need to be replaced because it's made out of plastic. You're missing your one sensor that would be normally right there, another one in the corner, one in the middle has been popped out. I'm not sure if it's even back there or not anymore. Your air flow mechanism, electronic flow, that is broken and damaged. The radar itself is actually functioning fine, so cruise control and everything else still works. Now what's interesting is whatever was on this side impacts the heat in your car, so there's no heat in the car anymore. And what I've done, as you can see with some of the electrical tape, where components are now missing, I've just simply taped them off so then that way no further damage can be done to the vehicle, trying to mitigate the overall losses to the degree I can. As you can see from the engine compartment, by the way, this belongs probably over here. I just simply taped it to the edge to keep stuff from flying around. You can still see some deer hair right there. But basically, you're looking at, they're going to replace the front bumper. My guess is the wiring harness is a part of that, repair and replace. Fender, inner wheel well, as you can see, the hood. So there's really structurally not much damage from a, let's say what you would consider a frame or subframe and across the board, and the vehicle tracks true. It's just, those are the components that are damaged. So now that you've seen the damages, now you know why insurance rates are a tad bit on the high side on these vehicles. So you've got a hit to the very corner, took out the light and some of the components behind the plastic bumper. No structural damage, but the bill as of right now is about $10,000. Now, if you are somebody who works at Kia or have access to parts, let me know, because this is now where the part is the part that's going to get interesting. Insurance company was great. Claim got set up right away. Everything's taken care of. The body shop I'm going to is a shop that is Tesla certified, Rivian certified, Platinum iCar. Their quality is they got a 5-star rating from a significant number of customers in the marketplace. I trust them fully. I've had one other repair done there, but I refer everybody to them. They're a fantastic shop to work with. This is going to be their first Kia EV6 they're going to work on. I'm not sure too many shops have had a chance to work on this vehicle at all, so this will be a first. That's why I'm saying if there's somebody out there who is working for Kia or knows anybody there, great opportunity for us to kind of learn from a real life collision on the front end on a vehicle that is clearly repairable. So that's the key part right there that we were talking about earlier. You're going to find a lot of body shops out there who are in need or that you're trying to get into for doing repairs on your vehicle. And times are set out pretty far. It's not because they're that busy. It's actually because it's a labor shortage element, which is, we all know that exists, but it's also parts availability. There are cars that they're waiting in line for parts to come in order to complete the vehicle. This is not all the parts, so it will be pretty significant though, because part of this is going to be the wiring harness, the headlights, some of the plastic components beneath. But what I'll do is I'll keep a video log of the repair journey that we're about to go through, so you can experience what it means when you have a loss with an electric vehicle like an EV6, and what does parts availability from Kia look like for body shops in the local area. I assure you this, this shop is willing to work to get this job done as quickly as possible. So it's a matter of, quite honestly, parts availability. So we'll go through this journey together. Today is the 29th of November. Let's begin this journey on the repairability of what my kids call Blueberry and see how this all ends up in the end.